Now, you know that the two business guys mastermind on AI, on ideas. And in this case, we're masterminding on releasing Rob's course. Now, like we should be doing, and you should be doing with people in your life, is holding them accountable. So I
Yes.
get a chance to literally scrutinize Rob's launch. Y'all want to do it with me? Come on in. Rob, you
Let's
have
go.
the
Let's
floor,
go.
sir. What's
All
your
right.
what's your rhythm?
Yeah, so, like we were saying, the Legacy Builders Academy is going live in January. It's going live in the next 6 weeks or so. And ultimately, we're trying to make it so that there's a ton of value that's there. And there's a bunch of stuff that we've been doing, like, and you know this, I've been doing podcasts, I've been doing short, forms, long form content, all the rest of that. And when you've been bugging me about this for years now, and now I'm finally willing to officially listen to your advice and settle down and actually put myself into a rhythm of getting this stuff out. Because I've told you the whole time the biggest problem that I have is putting out the content and just consistently doing it. So long story less long. Over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be dropping 3 courses, and I've got my in 4 courses technically. We just dropped one. Which is our Defining Success short course. And we're basically going to work on that rhythm. Each week, I'm going to spend a week developing and releasing the course. So if you think about like software development, all the stuff that needs to go into the course from the scripts and the videos and the activities and all the rest of that. We're putting it together
Mhm.
over the course of a week, getting it ready for release. Then the following week, we will actually be doing the releasing. And this is the part that always used to get me. I used to think building the course was building the course and would always forget the marketing side and the launching side of
Of course.
building the course.
Yeah.
Now I've actually got it set up so that we have time for both. And when we're doing the launching side of the course, we're setting up all of the email sequencing, all of the launch um, media and everything that we need for that. So each week I will have a course to drop. So the course that we're working on right now. So we got Defining Success short course. The one I'm working on next week is the Success Blueprint short course, which takes that stuff that people do in defining success and then helps them to actually build their blueprint so that they actually have a document to help them stay accountable. And it's not just, a one-page sheet or whatever. It's all of the ideas memorialized into one place. Because one of the things that I found that so many people struggle with is you do this brainstorming over here, and then you do this thinking over here, and then you do this mind map over here, and then you do this thing over here. And now you've got this notebook full of stuff that doesn't integrate, right? And so what we did is we went ahead and created the success blueprint, how to
Mhm.
builders
Mhm.
build
Mhm.
buildings. They get an architect to build a blueprint that then tells them where everything needs to
Yeah.
go, how it fits together. You can do the overlays one on top of the other, all the rest of that. So that's what we built. So that's coming next week. Then we're going to be building the Beyond Survival short course. So this is kind of like the introductory course for everybody that's been dealing with this being stuck space. We're going to be building the Beyond Survival short course, and it's basically a mindset course. It's something to help people to see the world differently, see what they're doing differently, see this journey differently, so that everything else that they do actually is amplified. And then lastly, we're gonna do courageous communication because that's one of the things. Once you get yourself together, then you got to deal with all of the other people that are obstacles in the way. And so we're getting that all together. All of that's going to be part of our Legacy Builders Academy initial bundle, plus our Thriving in Chaos course, which we've already completed. All of that people are going to be able to get part of, as well as weekly coaching calls that we're going to be launching when we do the course and a whole bunch of other stuff. But the next 6 weeks, my whole thing and what I'm asking you to hold me accountable to is getting those launches out.
Absolutely. And you know I will, y'all. Y'all see us every Sunday. Every now and then, Rob and I, we take time off because, well, we're busy people. We got stuff to do. But if you notice, all of the stuff is all loaded up. It's all good. It's ready to go. But now, here's what we got to remember, Rob, is that we make the assumption, and I want y'all also to be, comment on this stuff, right? Ask yourself, are you wanting it all at this particular time? Because, well, this happens to be late in the season and people are busy. So we have to look at what our expectation for the success of the thing is and also note when we released it. Because I
Yes.
can tell you right now, just on some of my other things, I'm having a hard time getting people even in person because they're like, man, look, the government shut down, I ain't got no money. It's Christmas
Mhm.
times, my kids are like tripping or whatever it is.
Mhm.
So I'm like, right? I hadn't never thought about that. I used to have like, like a whole bunch of people just waiting for things, but then
Mhm.
timing. So
Mhm.
with that in mind, there could be an opportunity to release one and then let your audience tell you what you should release next. For example, when I go in, I look at it, I go, oh, hey, man, here's some things to consider. Hey, guess what? This is the one I really liked. You get
Mhm.
5 of those, 6 of those, 7 of those. I'm going to build the next that's kind of like that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So that becomes an opportunity for you to go, do I even need to build the other ones yet? Until your
Yeah.
audience says, hey, what else you got?
Yeah. No, I love it. And part of the rationale behind building what we're building is exactly that. Really, the play is to put as much value in the Legacy Builders Academy as possible and to have a foundation built so that as we're releasing the Builders Academy, which to your point, I think and it's so just for y'all, those of y'all that are listening, one of the things that's so cool about Mastermind and is like sometimes you get stuff and like I got some notes from what Randy and I were talking about before we got on camera. I'm like, oh, I need to go fix this right now. And then there's other times where you hear the person say stuff and you're like, yeah, yes, thank you for confirming what I was thinking, right? And so the one cool thing about what you talked about was right coming off of the shutdown and all the stuff. Normally, you would be going into like I would be thinking about Black Friday and Christmas and all the rest of that type of stuff. And I remember launching my book last year during this period of time, all the rest of that. Something that stuck out to me was like this is a different holiday season because of everything that just happened over the
Mhm.
last 45 days. And what I'm really using this holiday season for and using these launches and these releases for is to get stuff that people have already been asking for that I have like so these are courses each one of these courses that we're launching are courses that we have done in either training programs or individual coaching or whatever before that people have been like, oh, I want to get that, but for some reason maybe it was too expensive, they didn't have time to do it in on the schedule that we were doing it before, so now we're releasing it as individual study, on pace study, right? And we're releasing it at a much discounted price compared to what it would cost to be in the programs. The other reason that is so important is because what I really see coming for next year is January first quarter being the season where everybody is trying to do the stuff that they normally would have been doing in November, December.
Mhm.
That reset, I see that reset happening in Q1. And I want the Builders Academy to be ready and to be full of value so that when we're launching it and then we're saying, here's all the stuff that's in it. What else do you think needs to be in it? Because that's what's in the gold membership. And what else do you think needs to be in it? And as we build stuff, that's what's in the platinum membership. And that's what's in the diamond membership, right? Like, so this is kind of the foundational stage to get this thing out there because like I said, my friend Randy has been pressing me for the longest time to get this stuff out there and to
Yeah,
actually be
launch.
serious about putting
Launch.
together an academy. And for me it was right. I've told y'all out there before, I'm a recovering perfectionist. One of the things that was difficult for me was I didn't have a full vision of what it could be, right? From I didn't see the customer's journey. And something for me that I don't generally like to do is I don't like to take people on a journey where I can't see, right? Where I can't be a guide, where I can't
Yeah.
actually know that they're going to get where they want to go. Um, and
Yeah.
so
I'm
what
looking
has
at it.
happened recently is I've gotten full vision of where I want to take people from beginning to end and what the steps are in between. And all the programs are not mapped out, but I know the beginning and I know the end of the journey now. And that's the cool part. And that's why I feel like, this year, this next year is going to be the year when we do a phenomenal expansion of who we serve, right? We just started the Legacy Builders Academy officially, right? It was birthed last year, right? As the kind of coming together of a bunch of different ideas. Because I used to have a Legacy Empowerment Academy, which was my martial arts studio and some of the stuff that we did there with personal development. And so now we've got the Legacy Builders Academy. I think it's gonna be amazing. And I'm super excited for where it's going. So to your point, these things that we're launching right now are things that people have already asked for, and we're finally saying, okay, we getting it out. You asked, I'm getting it out. Here you go. But the beauty of it is everything that we do next year, following exactly that model that you said. So from here, we say, all right, what do you want next? And what do you need
Good.
next? And what I'm committed to doing next year is we're going to be launching part of the membership is that everybody that's in the Legacy Builders Academy will get first access to every one of the courses that we deliver, right? And my goal is to be launching at least one course a month over the
That's
course of
good.
next
And look, this is so y'all get a chance to see this. This is the email I got and made me buy. All right. And I'm a hard buy. I'm a hard sell. All right. So, and I liked it. It was good. I'll be honest with you, blah, 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 so on paper, but I felt completely connected. So what you're seeing, y'all, is telling of the story. Why doesn't this feel like success? How many times have you said that?
year. Mhm.
Why doesn't what I'm feeling feel like success? It's really funny. I was listening to Alex Hermosi and Sam on the Sam, Sam's last name? Sam Parr
Oh,
on
yeah.
the uh My First Million podcast yesterday. And he was talking about that. He says, "Bro, you won. What are you feeling?" He says, "I'm just now giving myself permission to maybe think about other things other than work." He says
Part.
70% work, 20%, 15% my wife, and 15% my health. That's
Yep.
it. That was the order. He says
Yep.
now he's starting to give himself some permission. So, you look in here in just 7 days, you'll rediscover your purpose, reframe your success, and start building the aligned life that you always thought was possible. That becomes the key, right? So something simple, y'all. When we're teaching you and showing you this stuff, and we're saying, hey, we're practitioners, we do this stuff. You see my wall over there. I literally just erased it because somebody dogged me out and says, bro, that's awfully analog, isn't it? Oh, man. So, Randy O, the monetize your life guy with AI felt a little certain way. So I erased everything.
Hey, I love analog.
But I still got some stuff up there. But, it was too much. It's like, aren't you supposed to have done these things? This all says this
I
week.
got you.
So
Oh,
now it's
that
like
part.
if
Yeah.
it don't go up on the board unless it's getting ready to be done. Period.
That part. That part. Yeah.
Period. Here's
It's
what I'm
it's
working
so
on.
funny
Let
that
me
you
map
say
it
it's
out.
so funny that you say that. Like that's a heavy step. And part of the reason why we're on here while we're doing this live and recording it is because that's kind of the push. That's the stage that we're in. And something that I've seen is when you make a commitment out loud, when you actually tell people that you're going to do something, you have to do it. I remember back when I was in high school, right? So I grew up, I could swim to save my life. That was about it. And then in high school, in order to graduate in PE, we had to take a 9 week period of swimming or a semester of swimming and fitness. 9 weeks swimming, 9 weeks fitness, right? And so we in the pool every day, literally for an hour every day, learning backstroke, side stroke, elementary backstroke, right? Everything you think of, breaststroke, yada, yada, yada. So I got really good at swimming, but I still had this fear of jumping off the diving board.
Mm.
Right now, we had been to, it's not the deep water, none of the rest of it. We had to go down to the bottom of the pool, touch the bottom of the pool, come back up. So it's none of that. It's just ever since I was younger, jumping off the diving board was something that terrified me. Now I think I was a senior, so I was 16, and I hadn't jumped off the diving board. That was a scary part of it for me. And we're about maybe 6 weeks into this program, right? So we done all the major stuff, and so I can swim. Like, I'm not worried about it. But it's me and this other girl, Katrina, that had never jumped off the diving board. Everybody else jump off all the time, yeah, yeah, yeah. But me and Katrina had never jumped off, and I was like, all right, Katrina, if you jump off the diving board, I'll jump off the diving board. She was like, no, you go first. I was like, there's no reason for me to go first. Right now, everybody that can swim is jumping off the diving board. I feel no embarrassment whatsoever. However, if you, somebody that's just as scared as I am, go jump off the diving board, then I have to go jump off the diving board. And so if you go do it, then I'll go do it. She was like, all right, fine, I'll go do it. So she gets up and we both go line up on at the diving board and she gets ready. She goes up on there and she looks back at me. She's like, I'm like, hey, I got you. If you go, I'll go. You know that you ain't gonna be the only one. And so she goes and jumps off the diving board. I'm like, shoot, I gotta jump off.
Dang it, I gotta do it now. Boy.
I gotta do it. So of course I get up on there and I'm, all the thoughts are going through my head. I get out to the edge of the board and I'm just standing there and it's me in the water, me in the water. And all I can think of course, is I didn't say I'm gonna do it. Now I gotta do it. I can't walk back off of here because now all reputation, everything's gone. So I'm on the diving board. I look and then I still remember this to this day. It was, over 30 years ago, but I still remember this to this day. I go jump and like boom, and I'm in the air and I'm like, too late to think about it now. Man, splash. I hit the water and come back up. And it was the most exhilarating feeling having overcome that fear. But
Yes.
one of the things that made it happen for me was making a commitment out loud to somebody. It wasn't just in my head that I was like, well, if she does it, then I'll go do it now. By saying it out loud,
Yeah.
now I can be held
Yeah.
responsible. So
It's called building in public. That's why they
that
call it
part,
that.
that
Building in
part.
public
And
because the public is going to say, hey, man, where's this stuff? And you're
yeah,
going to go,
yeah,
wait, what
yeah.
stuff?
But what's crazy is like it took a while to be and with this stuff, like there's a whole bunch of stuff that I built in public, but this is different. Like this is a commitment where like this is a vulnerability, right? Like this is a whole bunch of building of stuff. If it's building a business, if it's getting on camera, if it's any of that, yeah, I got that all day. But from soup to nuts, all the way beginning to end, the whole process and making it work and being willing to do done is better than perfect,
Yeah.
knowing that some of the stuff like
Yeah.
you've already given me some pointers where I'm like, oh, I need to improve that and improve that.
Yeah.
But still being comfortable that it's out and it's delivering value even though it's not perfect, it's not exactly the way that I want it to be. That
Yeah.
is,
Because there was one section in it that I even told you. I says, I literally went through the whole thing. It's the meditation one. Y'all see when if you decide you want to jump into it, right? And I says, man, all right now, I was standing up. I was going to be sitting down, but it was that meditative moment
Mhm.
that I took that was about realignment. So it was brief. I had been running, ripping, drinking coffee all day, the whole thing. And it was the ability to just go, okay, breathe through it. And then you guided me through it. So to me, I look at sometimes it is going to be one thing. Why there's short courses, right? And I'm doing a series of them and, launching them.
Mhm.
Like, because I'll forget to launch because I'm,
Mhm.
in stuff and fighting with virtual assistants and firing people, whatever. So fired myself. Anyway, so but now I like gosh, and then of course time. Now you go, oh sure, you're gonna launch right
Yeah.
before Christmas time or whatever it
Yeah.
is. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna just give it to people. I'm gonna say, here it is. Do what you
Yeah.
want. I'm
Yeah.
on to next because I'm getting ready to
Yeah.
fire this thing up in such a way that that's what we want to encourage you to do.
Mhm.
Literally. Now
Yes.
we're fully
Just
aware.
launch.
This is hard. I don't care what no, it is hard, but what you notice just from Rob saying, very accomplished guy, done a lot of stuff, it gets hard because of this. What's going on right there?
Mhm.
And the moment you get it out, then you go, are you kidding me? I was scared of that.
Mhm.
This really pisses me off. And then you go, okay, all right, what's next?
Yes.
Let me see if I can do something
Yes.
else. And then you get reps
Yes.
in.
That part.
The moment you get
Me.
reps in, I mean, launching, I'm kind of, doing some really radical stuff right now.
This dude's a launch pro.
I'm starting to launch. And if I have my way, and it's going to be just stupid and ridiculous. It shouldn't be done this way. I can make a dime or a donut, but I'm launching every day
There you go.
just
Yeah.
because there's so much stuff that I'm being selfish, keeping it to my damn self that could potentially help somebody.
That part.
Make it now. One thing that I suggest to Rob, because this is a tendency of Rob's, and I'm saying it, and he ain't heard this yet. So if he gives you the crinkle eye, it's for
Uh-oh.
me. Is he'll plan too much. He'll plan.
Mhm.
Here's boy, this is military. You can't just say, let's just take the hill. What we're gonna do it next? What we're gonna do next, Sarge? Or no, you were
Right.
a
Captain.
captain. I don't know.
Yeah, Captain.
That ain't no plan. You're gonna get us blew up. So you have
That
the
part.
whole thing planned,
Yeah.
right? Even on recovering, coming back, and all that. Well,
Hmm.
in marketing, that ain't so. So, and I have that
Yeah.
tendency as well, right? It's like, okay, now I'll ruminate.
Hmm.
I'll analyze it too much and I'll
Hmm.
downside, left side, right side. Even now,
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, what's this? What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
So I know the whole thing. Then I might
Yeah.
go, yeah, I'm in line the rest. I'm out.
Yeah. Part of the cadence of launching, like we were just talking about, part of the reason, right? There's two things that you just said I think are really important. One, a lot of us spend a lot of time in the lab creating, and never launching anything. Trust me when I tell you, there's
Yeah,
courses that I have created
that's stuff that
and
I would do.
have never seen the light of day, but I got reams of paper and worksheets and activities and all types of stuff. But the other piece, or I think the other piece about that is oftentimes what we're comfortable with is the creating part because we know we have value. And what we're uncomfortable with is what you just said. I can make a dime, I can make a donut, right? Like being able to say it's out there. And again, done is better than perfect. Here's the funny thing that I learned and then I realized if you do a launch correctly, even if you make no money, you learn a ton, right?
That
Like
part.
so our we sent out to our email list and I broke it up into three different sections so that I could check. And so now for everything that we sent out to our email list, I have what our delivery rate was, what our open rate was, what our click-through rate was, and I have everybody who did what. So if I
Yep.
want to follow up, if I want to talk to other
Yep.
people, if I want to do a survey to figure out how come you didn't buy, all of the rest of that stuff, I have all of that data
Because you launched. Just like
because
I
we
told you, hey bro, this hit the promotions folder. Well,
yeah,
guess what? I happened to go into my promotions folder because I got a program, called, how to turn, what did I call them? Raggedy ass emails, inbox emails into cash in your pocket.
yeah.
Right. So, not raggedy, I don't call them that, y'all. But I might as well. Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's like I go to my promotions folder and then I poll my promotions folder with an AI and says, hey, AI, from this promotions folder, which thing in here? And that's how I caught it. It
Mm-hmm.
says, well, this legacy thing. So it was like, what legacy thing? Because I asked it, I says, hey, what can get me $10,000 a month? What can make me $10,000 the fastest or 30 days or whatever it is
Mm-hmm.
from my promotions folder? I'll show
Mm-hmm.
y'all. I'm not gonna leave y'all link
Nice,
because
nice. That is in an episode to come.
y'all ain't, y'all ain't, I might not be ready for that. But anyway, so and then it says, well, this legacy leadership academy. I says, wait, what? That's Rob stuff. So I thought somebody had, cribbed your stuff.
Mhm.
I went to it and I says, man, this should not be in a promotions folder. So what I would do, here's my recommendation, is I would send an email to everybody and ask them, hey, did you get it?
Mhm.
They're gonna be like, get what?
Mhm.
Oh, right, because you might need them to white label it or
White
some
label, yeah.
language in it. I would even maybe look at the email to see what kind of language got this landed in the promotions folder.
Mhm.
What did I say here? And then it may give you, well, it was this link, that link leads to it such and such. So now you can be sneakier with it,
Mhm.
right? Hey,
Mhm.
this goes
Yeah.
over to a Google Doc. Google is going to send out what products they own. They're going to make sure people get them. And then on the Google
Yeah.
Doc you have, that's the point.
Yeah.
I've been showing people that kind of stuff, man, lately. It's been just, they've been just
That's
getting banged. People have been making, I've been having a lot of people do what I tell them to do because I have to say, don't deviate. Trust, just do it. And they be
mhm.
like, I don't feel that. I says, just do it. Go
Yeah.
against what you feel. And next thing you know, they come back. Oh my God, this gave me $1,500. Oh, I just got 4 bookings. I just made money.
Mhm.
I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Try to tell you. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
And I am listening eagerly as we continue to mastermind. So this is my week to give you your flowers from you giving me my flowers before. But thank you
Hey,
because
man,
you the kick in the
anytime.
butt and the continuing to prompt me and push me has finally made it
Do
so that the
more.
Legacy
Do
Builders
more. You
Academy
got
is
more.
actually real.
Rob has more. It's like somebody just found a little bit of gold at the beginning of some kind of cave. And then they look in there and they go, that cave says Rob's vault. And they never knew about it. Why? Because, well, he never let any of the gold out. Or he was letting it out in a different way. Let me just say it that way. And
It
now
was
people are
disconnected.
going, huh, see what I'm trying to do is like take little gold nuggets and just like leave little bread trails. Then people go, hey, there's gold. And
Yeah.
then it leads them
Yeah.
to it, then they go,
Mhm.
Rob's vault,
Yeah.
what's in there? And then they get in.
Yeah. This next year, all of the pathways will be connected. It won't be disparate, like you saw with my website and the redesign of that, so that people can go and they can find out about all the things. We are consolidating everything instead of me
Right.
having to be right the philanthropist and the nonprofit leader in this space and the corporate leader in this space and the professional development person in this space and personal development person in this space is all coming together so that people can know where they need to fork off, but they will all come in one of my mentors used to call it one wee portal.
One we
Or
portal.
it's just small
Yeah,
enough, just big enough for them to fit through.
that's how it goes, man. I told a guy today I was doing I call it coffee and coaching session, right? I'm drinking coffee and I says, hey, I'll be here until 1 o'clock. If you make it here, you can get some coaching for coffee.
Nice.
So he comes in, dude pops in, and I gave him you're the house. You got all these rooms. Now invite people to the rooms. Done
Mm-hmm.
not the whole house yet. Well, I got this desk. Just one room. In other words, you're
Yeah.
having one conversation with somebody. They come in one door that goes in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I says if that room gets popular and then you go, hey, this room is full. Now you can go, I got another space over here, which I'll be, that's another thing, that's another cost, that's another pricing, that's another, but it's also another opportunity. But first, let's see.
Exactly.
It's similar to what you used to tell me. It says, look, I can see you want to do a 10,000 thing, but let's see, let's get 1,000. Now,
Yep.
no, 10,000 because on the way to 10,000 is 1,000. But
Yep. No, you're 100% right. And
you know,
the thing that I realized, one of my mentors, and then we could wrap it up with this. One of my mentors said it this way. He was like, Pareto principle applies in everything. And it applies in the people that you serve as well. 20% of your people are going to be buying your top tier, whatever it is you want. And that's even fractal. So 20% of your people will buy this stuff. 5% of your people will buy 10 times that much. And then what is that? 1% of your people will buy 10 times that much. And then 0.2% of your people will buy 10 times that much. But at the end of the day, you still got the other 80% that are generating revenue. And a lot of those people that get into the 20% come through the 80%. And it was like this light bulb went off in my head. And it was like, oh, I should probably, instead of just doing all of this stuff for free that I do over here that's disjointed, I should make everything lead all the way through. And so it was a big connected dot process. And that's where we are. That's where we are now. And so we've got stuff for $5. We got stuff for $17. We got stuff for $20. We got stuff for $100. We got stuff for $500. Right. Like, so now
yeah,
there's jumping on points wherever people are in the journey. So
yeah.
this
And
is gonna be cool. I'm
listen,
excited about this next year.
we'll end it, y'all, and we'll just tell you that you'll have people telling you all kinds of stuff. That's fine, right? Oh, focus. Well, shit. At first, you got to get in there and see, like, can I even hit? Can I even
Yes.
get up at bat, swing to determine what not to do? Let's do that first,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And then you'll eventually go, this is a lot of work. This sucks. And then you'll eventually focus on the thing that you have determined or your people that are buying stuff has determined this is the one. This is the one. This is you
Yeah.
like Rob is he keeps hearing, man, that meditative thing was really hot. Guess what? For the
Mm-hmm.
next, 4 months, I'm doing a lot of those. I'm gonna do a meditation before I give them the stuff, and then they may just come for that. Bam. Figure something
Mhm.
out. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
We hope to, if you like this kind, the stuff that we're doing, we are the two business guys masterminding. In this case, we're masterminding on the course, but we are going to be diving deep into AI and all that it involves. I even changed some of the logo stuff, two business guys meditate, mastermind, and I say on AI, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Tony Robbins
Ooh,
says,
it's
AI,
some stuff coming. It's some stuff
AI.
coming. Wait,
So
wait,
anyway,
wait. Just wait, y'all. The next episodes are gonna be kind of amazing.
yeah, because we got some stuff. I'm just saying. All right,
Yeah.
Rob.
All right,
We
brother.
will talk to y'all later, and I'll see you, my guy.